The peace talks last night not only officially failed, but JD Vance reportedly humiliated Iran, and now the situation could get much worse. The Americans have effectively given the green light to target the Iranian negotiating team. Pakistan has already sent fighter jets to protect the Iranian aircraft, and Israel has announced further strikes on Iran. Let's look at what happened because one issue in the negotiations was especially critical. After 21 hours of talks in Islamabad, the negotiations ended with absolutely no result. On the contrary, Iran reportedly embarrassed the Americans so badly that JD Vance flew home early, even though more days of talks had originally been planned. Reports suggest the situation escalated so severely that the Iranian delegation now fears for its safety. The U.S. said it had made Iran a final offer before leaving without an agreement. Vance stated Washington had made its red lines clear, but Iran refused to accept the conditions. Tehran responded that the talks collapsed because of excessive American demands. Iranian media said no framework could be reached due to disputes over the Strait of Hormuz, Iran's nuclear rights, and other core issues. Both sides are now blaming each other. Pakistan reportedly tried to persuade the Americans to stay. Trump was consulted repeatedly during the 21-hour talks. Publicly, Washington says the door remains open, but that appears to be political damage control after what many see as a major humiliation. Vance himself admitted the key disputes were uranium enrichment and the Strait of Hormuz, two areas where Iran offered no concessions. The striking part is this. Before the war, on February 26th, Iran had reportedly offered to abandon nuclear weapons ambitions, allow inspections, and even accept zero enrichment. Oman's foreign minister publicly confirmed that offer. At that time, the Strait of Hormuz was still open. Trump rejected it then, but now demands the same terms after the war has weakened the U.S. position. Iran is now refusing, which supporters of this view see as proof that Iran's leverage has grown through the conflict. Many now believe the war will continue and escalate further. U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham said Iranian leaders must accept the deal or face death. The Washington Post echoed that Iran's rulers must understand their lives depend on accepting Trump's terms. Such rhetoric has shocked observers, because traditionally diplomats and negotiators were not openly threatened in order to preserve chances for peace. Pakistan, acting as mediator, appears aware of the danger. Its air force reportedly created a protective shield over Iran and the Persian Gulf with fighter jets to safeguard the Iranian delegation. Pakistan is also expected to escort them home safely amid growing threats. Meanwhile, Netanyahu signaled that Israel intends to continue striking Iran and its allies. Critics argue the collapse of talks benefits him politically, especially as domestic legal cases against him continue. At the same time, new reports claim Israel used civilian airlines to transport military equipment, after Belgian authorities allegedly discovered UK military cargo destined for Israel despite restrictions. There were also renewed claims that the U.S. sent weapons to Iranian protesters during earlier unrest, reinforcing accusations from Tehran that foreign powers fueled internal violence. Whether true or not, such claims further poison the diplomatic climate. As for what comes next, Trump reportedly suggested a naval blockade if Iran refuses to yield, the same strategy used against Venezuela. But Iran is not Venezuela. Iran has thousands of medium-range missiles and could respond by threatening the Strait of Hormuz and the Red Sea with major global consequences. All of this, critics argue, stems from Trump being pushed into war by Netanyahu.